kids. It's really cool.
Hello there, Padawans, and welcome back to another Storytime with Uncle Thad and the Escape Podcast for Kids. Today we are going to talk about Maul and where in the canon his kit actually comes from. That's right, my friends, he's dropped the Darth tag and added a few others, but I am happy to finally be able to talk about Robolegs Maul. That's right. After a workplace incident on Naboo, in which he lost the lower half of his body, Darth Maul became just Maul. But to fully understand the newest Maul, we must start at the beginning, or actually his midpoint. Well, not his midpoint, because half of that stayed on Naboo, which makes me wonder if Maul replaced his lower half with Robolegs. Did his actual legs replace the top half with a robot body, like a Mecha Maul? Dave Filoni, I know you're listening. The people need answers. But I digress. As you may remember from the last time we talked about Darth Maul, rumor has it that he is the illegitimate son of Darth Sidious and Mother Talzin. Now, I may be the only person spreading this rumor, but I feel like it has real legs. Unlike Maul, whose legs are robotic, which we've covered. What is clear, though, is that Mama T is Maul's biological mother. Now, whether through some sort of night witch magic or her maternal instincts, Mama T knew that her son did not die when he was cut in half. Sure, he'd need a special toilet for the rest of his life, but he wasn't dead. Betrayed? Yeah. Suffering? Of course. But dead? Not a chance. See, what kept Maul clinging to life was his hate. Much like a scorned teenage girl, Maul had too much hate to be killed so easily. Knowing this, Mama T sent Maul's brother, SWGOH, to collect what remained of the Sith Lord on the planet Lotho Minor and return him to her. Once returned to Dathomir, Mother Talzin not only healed Maul's body by providing him a new lower half, but also healed his mind. And once recovered, Maul set off on a path of destruction and revenge that would eventually lead to his meeting with Pre Vizsla and the Mandalorian group Death Watch. Working together, Maul and Pre Vizsla built the Shadow Collective, a network of underworld villains and criminals hell-bent on power. With this army, Maul planned to overthrow Duchess Satine of Mandalore and place himself on her throne. Now this is where things get intense. By doing so, Maul lures Obi-Wan to Mandalore in an attempt to rescue his baby mama. I mean girlfriend. I mean friend with benefits. I mean longtime friend with no benefits, Duchess Satine. During the rescue, Maul kills Satine. Later that night, Sidious shows up, kills SWGOH, and beats the ever-living crap out of Maul. The Zabrak is taken to Stygian Prime, at which point Death Watch breaks in and breaks Maul out. Now, what you have to remember is Darth Sidious is playing space chess at a Grand Master level. This was all part of Palpatine's plan to eliminate Maul's Shadow Collective. And for the most part, it worked. After the prison break, Maul reunites with Death Watch on the planet Zanbar, where his forces are almost immediately attacked by General Grievous. While both sides received massive casualties, Maul was forced to flee to Ord Mantell. Here, a Black Sun outpost waited to provide Maul with reinforcements and set their own trap for the Separatists. After a few more victories and a few more substantial losses, Maul found himself back on Mandalore. Trying to rebuild his Shadow Collective, Maul learned of the presence of a Jedi. Little did he know that no Jedi was on Mandalore. Instead of Obi-Wan Kenobi showing up to battle Maul, the former Padawan Ahsoka Tano was there. And that, my friends, is where in the canon Robolegs Maul actually comes from. So let's take a look at the kit and see how well it matches up with what we've learned. Now, I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Maul is one of the most tragic characters of all of Star Wars. His basic ability is a clear reflection of that. By introducing the new mechanic of anguish, Maul takes damage, but with more damage he takes, he gains strength. and each time he is hurt, he only grows stronger. His first special ability, Fervent Rush, has much the same feel as Darth Maul's first ability. It is an AoE ability with great damage capabilities and deals devastating blows to the morale of the opponent he faces. It capitalizes on his unique double-bladed lightsaber and acrobatic prowess. Even with robotic legs, that does not slow the man down. Seething Rage is an ability that was definitely created by someone you never want to play Uno with. This is the type of person who hoards all the skip cards and plays them all at once. The more the skips are used, the closer that player gets to victory. The more Maul uses this ability, the deadlier he becomes. Maul's leadership ability is essentially the Dread Pirate Roberts of SWGOH. Defeat the Mandalore, become the Mandalore. Defeat the Mandalore, become the Mandalore, and so on, and so on, and so on. Now, Maul's only unique ability, Bound by Hatred, is perfectly Maul. For what would be Maul, any Maul, if it didn't absolutely hate Kenobi? Maul is a bull, and Kenobi is the red flag that pisses him off. What does the bull have against the flag? Well, he cut off his legs and threw him down an abandoned elevator shaft, for one. For two, he probably just doesn't like his face. Well, that's it for me this week. Stay tuned for next week's episode of Storytime with Uncle Thad on the Escape Podcast for Kids.